Recording. Welcome to South Carolina State Sports Talk with Javonte Neal and Devontae Williams.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name is Devontae Williams. I'm a sophomore at South Carolina State from Greenville, South Carolina. Right now, we're finna get into sports talk. I'm gonna give it to my man Javonte to give him a second to tell about himself.
My name is Javonte Neal, mass communication major. I'm a junior from Aiken, South Carolina. You already know what time it is. Time to get down to this sports talk.
Alrighty. So let's start it off with Ohio State and Illinois with their victory on the 28-3 victory. How do you feel about that?
Feel like Ohio State is getting back to their form. They got their quarterback back after he had a little brief run-in with the police. So he's back. Ohio State is going to continue to roll on.
Exactly, I agree. How do you feel about Clemson with their victory over Syracuse to continue to be undefeated?
Clemson, they had a good game against Syracuse. Syracuse has played really tough this year. I know earlier in the season they played LSU. LSU snuck out of there with a hard-fought victory. Clemson did the same thing, but Clemson's just continuing to roll on. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop them.
Well, I partially agree with that one. But how do you feel about Notre Dame getting their victory last night?
Feel about Notre Dame, they're doing really good. After that loss early in the season, I feel like they done rebounded and got well. You know what I'm saying? Taking the role of the starting quarterback, and he just got them boys rolling and playing better than ever.
I agree. At this moment, we want to take a quick, brief moment just to take a moment of silence just to pay tribute to this. I can't talk right now. Just to pay tribute to the people in Paris with the bombing. And that's it.
I want to jump to college football. LSU play Arkansas this weekend. They're taking another L. They're dropping in the polls. How do you feel about LSU?
I feel as if they still have potential to be a championship team, but overall they just have to get back to, just like you said, get back to their original game of running the football, and Fournette has to be more aggressive on the field.
How do you feel about Fournette in this Heisman race?
I feel like he's still in discussion of the Heisman race, but he just has to improve more on the field just to really, close out on that so he can get the Heisman Trophy.
All right. Moving on to the NFL. Peyton Manning set the record for most passing yards in the NFL career. Did you watch any of that game yesterday?
I caught a little bit of it, but I really wish I could have caught the whole thing just to witness history, because Peyton Manning is an outstanding quarterback. So,
yeah, I say he broke the record, but he got pulled in the third quarter because he went 5 for 20 with 4 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? You can't win a game throwing 4 interceptions.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so they had to pull him out, even though they still lost. You know what I'm saying? They say Peyton Manning's got an injury now, so they say that's part of the reason why he's not doing so good.
What's the injury that he has?
He has a foot injury, and he can't really plant his foot and throw off his back foot off his right foot. You know, a lot of quarterbacks, they plant their right foot and throw it. So they say he can't plant it, so he's not really getting the ball off the way he needs to.
Right. Do you think this will be Peyton's last year in the league?
I don't know. This injury, I think that threw a hook into the whole plan. So I feel as though if he's out for any significant amount of time, I feel like he might come back next year and try to get the Broncos back to the Super Bowl.
I agree. One more question about Peyton. Do you think he'll get to the Super Bowl and win the ring before his career is over?
That's kind of dicey. I don't know. He's one of those players you want to see get one, but AFC is real tough. You got the Patriots over there doing good. Also, the Cincinnati Bengals are undefeated as well. So they got a tough road to get through.
Right on.
Also, the Panthers, they remain undefeated today with their win against the Titans. Did you catch any of that game?
No, I didn't.
Man, it was a crazy one. Cam Newton got into a little scuffle with one of the defensive players from the Tennessee Titans. I guess he didn't like the fact that Cam was celebrating after he scored his touchdown. But you know how Cam is. He has his many celebrations after he scores. So he said in his interview after the game, if you don't like me doing it, you got to keep me from going in the end zone.
That'll be a tough thing to do, man. Cam's just an unstoppable player. He's unbelievable at that. So bring your best game when you're playing against the Panthers.
Got to bring your A game when you're playing those guys. Moving right along, right on to the NBA. I know you're a big Thunder fan. You saw they took that tough L to the Celtics last night.
Yeah, man, I witnessed it. It's just a tough road. We just have to get over it and keep on going with the season.
Yeah, man. Hopefully Kevin Durant can get back from that sore right hamstring that he sustained last week against the Wizards.
last thing we need KD is to be hurt again. So pray that he gets back with a speedy recovery. Best wishes.
Man, that's gonna about wrap it up today. Gonna get on up out of here. I'm Javante Neal.
I'm
signing
Devontae
out.
Williams.
Signing out. You already know what time it is. Stay in the sports.